Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing an air eraser, or I should say, a sandblaster. It's quite different for the channel, but I get a lot of people asking die-cast questions, Hot Wheel questions, and for me, the big question would be, I know what paint to use on them, but I want to get the paint off of them. So I bought this sandblaster. There's several models, all look identical. They stopped carrying it at Harbor Freight. I went to my local Harbor Freight to buy one, and it's gone. They said they discontinued it. So Master here makes one. There's a bunch. Reviews are all over the place, but a lot of people use it for etching glass. I just want to take the paint off of these things. I'm going to see if that works. So for the test, I went and bought 4 Hot Wheels and Matchbox. This is a Tesla. And what I did was I popped the rivets off. What I did was I just drilled them. This is the chassis, and you can see that's where the rivets are. I just took a drill bit, drilled for a second or two, and that just took the topping off of the mushroom part of the rivet and popped it right off. To put it back in, I can use a super glue to get it back together. What a horrible paint job. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys see that? Holy smokes, that's terrible. So we took that. And we have this Jeep here. Matchbox had more cars that were actually normal looking without, crazy graphics and spoilers and stuff. And same thing, just pop the rivets off. All of these actually work the same. This, what do we have here? Bronco, but this has a lot of decals on it. And this sports car thingy here, I don't know what this is. It's like a made-up car. So that's what I grabbed. Now, I have this old school. I bought this in, I think, 84. And this is, 1984. This is a heavy duty. I don't even know if they make them this good anymore. But I stripped this. If you guys follow me, you know the story I told you. My dad was a spray painter. I went to the shop there that he worked at, and they dunked this in a coffee can and filled it up with paint stripper. Took it right off. However it came, I think it had racing stuff on it. And I took everything apart, and they sprayed it for me, made it yellow. I had a yellow car at the time. My motorcycle's yellow. I think I'm partial to yellow. And anyway, this is my old paint job from about 40 years ago. I don't know if it's going to come off. We're going to try it on this. The doors actually open. See the doors are just sitting here. And I also have this. When you guys go to a convenience store, drugstore, and on the way out, there's these pull back and let go cars. There's all Lamborghinis and Porsches. They're all stacked up on the counter or next to it. They're a few bucks each. I grabbed one of these. This is a Maserati. Not the best color to see, silver, to see if this thing works. So I don't know if this one's going to look good on camera. This is mostly to test the Hot Wheels. Now we're going to try 2 methods. We're going to try this, and for the hell of it, I bought this Clean Strip Premium Stripper paint, epoxy polyurethane from wood, metal, and masonry. But it's a spray paint, so we're going to coat one of these and stick it in a container and see if it comes out. This was not cheap. This was 20 bucks. But yeah, I like the fact that it was a spray, so we're going to spray it in one of these containers. We'll clean off one of these. Hopefully it works. We'll see if that's a substitute. But I'm more interested in this sandblaster. Now, it comes with, you ready for this, guys? You're not going to believe this one. It comes with a hose with this moisture trap. I don't really need it, but I'll use the hose that it came with. What the hell? Because you can't get any moisture in it at all. Here is the pen itself, the airbrush. No pulling back, it's just on and off. And you fill it here. It works like an old coffee percolator. I guess the material will come up here and go into the tube and then out. And you adjust this for how much you want to come out. I'm guessing. I looked up the instructions and got what I could, because let me show you something. These idiots included the instructions for an airbrush. You believe this? And I mean, nowhere on this talks about this air eraser, which is completely different. Look, It's it's an airbrush manual. Thanks a lot, guys. So I had to go online and look up a few PDFs that were placed online. So thank God. It gives you a mask, but I'm going to use my Rhino mask. Everybody asks what mask I use. Let me grab it right here. When I put the mask on, I have to use the microphone for the camera. Here's Rhino, about 20 bucks. I don't even know if it's 20. It might even be cheaper. You can pop these off and replace the filter pads. So we'll use this. I'll put a link below for that. A lot of guys always ask what mask I use. And here it comes with this aluminum oxide. Yep, aluminum oxide. And hopefully none of this is leaking out here. You see, it's a really fine grit powder. It doesn't even tell me the grit. It's usually 220 or 180 or something. But I asked my brother, who used to have a real sandblaster, and he says I can also probably use baking soda. See, now we're not doing anything industrial. So we're going to try some baking soda in one of these runs too, see if that works. Because that'll be a really good savings. I bought that at the dollar store, so you can't beat that. So let's pop this out. Let's take this out. I got my own mask. We'll leave that there. So take that out. All right, let's put that aside. All right, now it says 30 up to 60 PSI, depending on what PDF I read. So we're going to use let me show you guys. Sorry if anybody's getting a headache here. We're going to use my Air Fortress because I trust this at a steadier 60 PSI. It's the larger model. It's a 2-gallon. 2-gallon. Here's my Quiet Tootie. Got a damn spoon on the floor. Yeah, look at that. Spoons everywhere. So yeah, I was going to use it, but I'm going to try this one. Maybe I'll switch over to the Tootie and see if that can perform too. We'll use this one to see how it works. So let's head back to the bench. Hold on, guys. I got to put this in the mount. All right. Doing this all in real time. I have not used this. I've just opened it up for the first time in front of you guys. So, yeah, we're going to fly by the seat of our pants and see if we can do this live on camera. So I'm going to pick one of these cards and spray this on it. Put it in that container. And I'll put this lid on it because I imagine it stinks. I'm going to put my mask on now. And I'm going to show you how we're going to spray this. I don't know how I'm going to get the camera to work, unfortunately. Here's the booth. Now, I bought this the other day. Storage container. You know the type of storage containers. But I took the lid and cut out some holes so I can get my hands in here. And I can get the camera here. I hope to put the camera in its normal positioning. But it's further out than normal from the booth. But I did this so if I can shoot at an angle, I think I can capture a lot of the aluminum oxide there. And so it doesn't make a mess. And some guys even contain it and reuse it. So we'll see if that's possible too. So that's, there you go. You guys can see it there. So that's what that is for. Let's get back to the bench again. All right, guys, I'm going to pause the camera here. I'm going to put on my gloves, put on my mask. I'm going to pick one of these and spray this on it. And then we'll take it from there. We'll go back to the booth and we'll start sandblasting. And hopefully this thing works. It's pretty cheap. It was under 50 bucks. So if it works, it's a good way of stripping without using this noxious fume stuff. I mean, this stuff isn't too safe for you either, but it's not in the air. It's if you actually inhaled it. It's not the fumes in the air like this stuff is, you know. So I might go outside and spray this into the cup and then put the lid on it, let it sit. And it says it's fast. 15 minutes. Works in 15 minutes, so we'll see. Anyway, yeah, let me pause the camera. Let me get one of these things coated up. And then let me hook up the hose to the compressor. Let's get started. Hey guys, haven't gone over yet. I went, ran outside and sprayed this. And I guess you can also spray it in your booth, like you're spraying paint. I took the green one because it was low. I figured I would easier to drench it. You see it kind of foams up. So we're going to put a lid on it. We're going to let that sit. And it says 50 minutes, so the duration of this video. We'll look at it at the end and see what we get. All right, now let me go get everything set up, and I'll meet you back at the booth. All right, guys, I got it hooked up. I got it set for about 60 PSI. All right, let's try it on a spoon. Oh, it took the paint off the spoon really quick. I guess it's good for plastic. Let's try the All right, here we go. Uh-oh, it does not like this. Well, it's trying, but it took the... I think these are too mighty for it. I started on this side adjusting it, and that took about 20 minutes. It's not doing anything to this. Let's go back to the spoon, make sure it's doing its thing. Yeah, it's good for plastic. It didn't really damage it. So I guess I could clear off a... Sorry about that, the compressor came on. I guess I can clear off a model. I'll go grab a model and we'll see if it can take off that and without damaging the kit. We'll salvage this some way. But it just won't... I don't even know if it's blowing anything. I don't see anything coming out of it. Yeah, there's nothing coming out of this. Let's see if it's clogged. Well, it's still in there. Can you see it, guys? It's used up a bit. This is to adjust how much. But at this point, it doesn't matter if it's wide open. It's just not doing anything. It says if it's clogged, open up the front here, the needle, nozzle, I should say, no needle, and clear it out. But it's not doing anything to this. Now we'll try the matchbox. Maybe they're built the same way, and then I'll grab a plastic model. We'll see if that'll work on that. But definitely not working here. I mean, I could also try the baking soda, but it should work with what came with it, right, guys? Well, let me crack this open and see what's going on. I popped off the front. Now we're going to go in here with one of my dentals. The video I did recently, one of these. I cleaned it out in here. What I did was I just went around the threads here a little bit. Let's put it back in. Pretty simple. It popped right out. And use my Leatherman here. But I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Nah, nothing. All right, let me refill it. It's pretty low. Maybe it needs to be 3/4. It said 3/4, so let's see if that does anything. All right, I took it out, and we're going to try some baking soda. You can see it's in there now. Right now, this thing's an epic fail. Well, it's plastic. We're going to try it on one of my old models. You know, I can't see if this is working. Hold on. Yeah, it's really good on plastic. I mean, these spoons, though, they don't hold anything. We'll see if it works on a primed kit. We'll salvage this thing somehow. Let's see if this works. Oh, man, it really doesn't. I think the nozzle is too fine. Oh, just clogged up. Just clogged up again. Unless it blew all out, let's see. No, it's still in there. Ah, man. All right, let me pause it and unclog it. No, it's a fail, guys. I unclogged it. It made a little burst of sound and then it just stopped. So it doesn't like that baking soda. So I'm going to empty it out, clean it. We'll put the aluminum oxide back in, and we're going to try it on some plastic kits. See if it works that. All right, put the aluminum back in. First, let's see if it's working. No, it's clogged up again. I don't... This is what you call an epic fail. Good thing we did this test. I mean, you can see some of the paint shredding, you know, but that's off the spoon. When it was working, I wanted to try it badly on the plastic model. I can hear a little bit of air, but it's plugged. It's just plugged. You know what? Let me try one more time. Unplugging it. All right, let's try it again. I think I unplugged it this time. It wants to do its thing. Can you see it? Oh my gosh. I mean, I got the Hot Wheel because I was wondering maybe the Hot Wheel. And it's taking off a layer. I could see it taking off like a layer. See it? Of maybe the top coat. Let's see if it takes... Oh, it takes the decals off. You guys see it? I got it working. Look at this. Oh, if it did this, you know, and took all the paint off, it would be awesome. Check this out. The camera's at a weird angle, so I don't know if you guys can catch this. I'm trying to get it so you can. Well, we took the decals off. There's that. But I don't think it's going to take the paint off. But that's pretty cool that it took the decals off. So if I go and prime this thing, it'll be nice and even. It did that. I can't believe it. Let's grab a plastic model. It's an old Celica of mine that I'm rebuilding. I got a new body for it. I have all the internals. This is a Tamiya kit from years ago. Let's see what we get. It looks like I'm painting it with a pencil. Yeah, I'll write on it so you guys can see. So it's taking the paint off, but just too little. It's just not wide enough. Obviously, this thing is made for... Hold on, I'm going to turn off the pressure. This thing's made for glass etching, you know. So you're probably going to write fine little things. If it had a wider nozzle, it'd be awesome. If I keep it long enough, I'm getting down to the plastic. I think it came red, the kit. See, it's getting down to the red. But it's just too much of an effort to get there. You're still better off soaking these things, which we're going to test now with that one car that I soaked. I mean, it's just too much of an effort. You know, you probably use up half that bottle of aluminum oxide, for God's sakes, you know. It's just not meant to be. And it's kind of smooth. It would have been nice to get it all the way down without using a chemical, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. The only saving grace is it did take the decals off of this one. And now it looks like a normal Bronco, which is kind of pretty cool. Yeah, I'm calling this a fail for what I wanted to use it for. Let's head back to the bench and see if that stuff removed the paint off of that other car. All right, guys, after that bit of a failure, let's see if the spray paint stripper works. We're going to get a bigger container here. Hold on, guys. All right, I got a wire brush because it works. Anybody remember the Furniture Guys PBS show? That was their big saying. All right, it looks like it's kind of done its thing. Yeah, let me get one of my alligator clips. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let's just grab it any way we can. Let's see if this thing. Oh, it looks like it worked. Oh yeah, check this out. All right, we can get rid of that. Yeah, it works really good. All right, well, it did work, and it's been about 15 minutes, like it said. I think if I just let this thing sit and rinse it off with the hose, we can get this done. Yeah, this works great. And it actually has a lower smell. I got to pull off my mask here so I can smell it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a smell. It's not bad. I mean, I'm going to leave the mask on anyway, but let me put my mask back on. Sorry, guys, working behind the camera here. The microphone is hanging. Yeah, if it's a little trouble, I think I would scrape it once and have it sit a little longer. I usually use oven cleaner, but I don't know about these baked on Hot Wheels if it would work. This obviously took it right off. So I think if I got this far with it, I would just go down with the rest of the way using my oven cleaner, which is what I use to take plastic, the plastic, when I want to strip off one of my plastic kits, you know. But see, in here, I might have had some bubbles in it, so it might have been tougher to get on the inside, which kind of doesn't matter, because if you guys are painting these, you're painting the outside. But anyway, I'll go rinse this off now. Yeah, it's coming off pretty good. I'm just going to get right in there. But anyway, check this out. Let me go rinse it off. I'm going to go rinse this off and come back. It stripped it right down. This is the way to go, I'm guessing. I was hoping that other unit worked, but it just didn't. Let me go in the bathroom. Let me my sink back here behind me. Rinse this thing off and let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, we are back. Here it is. I rinsed it off, hit it a little further with the wire brush. Unfortunately, inside, I didn't get all of it, almost all of it. But I think when I put it in the tub and filled it up, you know, it left, oh, sorry guys, hit the camera, little air bubbles underneath where it didn't really quite reach. So what I would do is I would hit it again this way, place it in upside down, or even originally put it in upside down is what I should have done. You know, that way it would probably surround it all and get it all off. But I would like to hit it again anyway, unless I hit a little further, a little bit of green in some of the grooves. Let me show you the oven cleaner that I use. This is it, great value, which means I guess that's Walmart's brand, fume free. Works good. Just spray this all over it. The same as this. I don't know if it's as industrial strength as this one is, because I use that one to clean off my paint on the plastics. These seem a little more durable, the paints, because they're baked on. So I'll have to test behind the scenes if it works on it. Now, I'm just disappointed in the air eraser, the sandblaster. I mean, it wanted to, and then it would just clog up. It looks like if I can go across the whole time, what's that? It looks like a primer. No, I think that's the metal. That's the metal. It would have been awesome. Look, it would have took it right off, but that's as far as I got, and it clogged up. Now, for some reason, it easily took the decals off of the Bronco, which I think is pretty cool. Left a mess. Let me see if we can buff it off. Yeah, we could probably get back to the shine. See that? So, if you want to remove decals from one, it's good for that. If it worked, it would have been awesome. Like, if it did this through the whole car, it would have been great. I couldn't even get it off of the Celica model, so I'm calling it an epic fail. I wish somebody would make a product that's like it. Get this out of here. That's like it, you know, and perfect it. Pay $100 instead of $40, as long as it works. But look at this. You just can't beat this. This is the point I was trying to make. So I'm going to finish stripping this off. I'm going to test the other one on this, and then maybe we'll do a separate video on painting die-cast cars. And maybe we'll use some auto paints and stuff. We'll make a fun video out of that. I'll strip the rest of these down using this method, and we'll take it to another video. Anyway, guys, that's the test. I recommend a no. Now, if you want to try it and remove decals from them, looks like it worked on that when I finally got it to work. It's 50-50 in the reviews. I just looked them up when I had the camera on pause, and boy, I'll tell you, it's like 5 stars. It's awesome. 1 star, it doesn't work. It clogs. And I think I even had this product is frequently returned tag stamped on it from Amazon. I will put the link for you guys anyway. But it's a no. Anyway, guys, that is the test. I'm working on some new colors behind the scenes. Let me show you what we're testing out here. This is silver gray steel. This is over gray. This is over black. Isn't that a beautiful color? I think this is going to be great for candy. I'm working on candy bases. I got candy colors coming out sometime this year. So I'm always testing a base to paint it over. This is glitter gold. A little bit more glitter to it than other golds. But like I said, I'm going to paint some clears on top of this, clear colors. See how it looks. And check out this. I'm calling this brassy bronze. Look at that. It's got a real nice glitter to it also. This is going to be part of my limited color line. So this is my new anodized russet red. I think I've shown this already. Beautiful color. It's in stock now at only a few bottles left at Gundam Pros. And I want to let you guys know one other thing. My 2Ks are back in stock right now at Gundam Pros. Here's the black. Here's the clear. They're both in. I think you got at least 30 bottles of each. It's going to sell fast. He said he sells out instantly when they come back in stock. They're in stock right now. Grab them while you can. More's coming in another week. And these new colors that I'm working on will hopefully be in another week. I'm also working on a sky blue. A lot of guys ask for a blue that's not a color change because my blues are green and it changes colors. Purple, blue. I'm going to have a regular straight up sky blue. And I got a couple of other unique colors we're working on. But yeah, these are going to be in the new lineup very soon. I think for the upcoming weekend. I'll let you guys know. And there you go. That is all. What are we listening to today? Testament. I love Testament. Love thrash metal. One of my favorite albums of all time, period. It doesn't even matter the genre. Is Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath, Dio's first album with them. This is a perfect album. And I also think the following album is also a 10. Mob Rules with Dio on that. Amaranth. I go back from the first single from Amaranth. Seem to put on an album out every 2 years now. Very consistent, very high rated band on the web. Crossing over that death metal with pop and the female singer. Every song's about 3 minutes long. Very catchy. A great band. All great bands. So that's what we're listening to now. A little bit of an ongoing thing here with my music in the background. Anyway, guys, that is the test. I'll put a link for it, even though I don't recommend it. I still say just go with the old strip model and go with that. Anyway, guys, be on the lookout for my new paints. I will let you know about them. If you're waiting for my 2K, those are in right now. And yeah, that is it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless you all. You guys are the best. We will see you in the next video.